Oh, hello everybody, it is me, Terry Bogard. I am a little quiet because it is the morning and I'm going to be reacting to, oh my God, Steve. I'm reacting to, sorry if I'm a little quiet, Terry Bogard being in Smash, other people. Now, my phone, I can't hear anything. Like, I literally cannot hear anything while I'm doing this. I don't know why. If I could maybe find headphones. What does it say here? Tune in 11 at 5 p.m. PT for a 45-minute live stream. Sorry, it's weird. Oh, no ads. So I can't even start on the channel. No, but I do know other people have their channel. No! Alright, well, I'm gonna be back, okay? It will not take that long. Okay. I think the live stream started. Nintendo's there.
You could also get them on lease. That's why you'd end up seeing lots of candy stores having a Metal Slug cabinet. The home version of the Neo Geo came with this controller. Can you see? It has 4 buttons. And this is the actual console itself. Here is the reset button, and here you slot in the big game cartridges. This is the Neo Geo? Just kidding. Actually, this is the Neo Geo X, the portable version that was released afterward.
What? I've never seen those.
You could also insert it into this docking station and play it as a home console.
Of course I can't hear it.
Beat Nintendo Switch to it. A portable, multi-purpose console. Updated iterations of past systems are emblematic of the Neo Geo. Next, let's talk about what Fatal Fury is. It released in 1991, the same year as Street Fighter II, but this one came later.
It's a fighting game, right?
It launched after Street Fighter II. Like many of the other fighters, Fatal Fury was often regarded as a title that was developed to capitalize on the popularity of Street Fighter II, but that's not really the case. Actually, both Street Fighter II and Fatal Fury were developed using the original Street Fighter as a foundation.
The ordinary Street Fighter as an inspiration.
In fact, the development of Fatal Fury was started by one of the planners of Street Fighter. Did I just hear you say, wow? This one is also a multiplayer-focused fighting game. In this story, someone named Jeff Bogard is killed by Geese Howard. Geese Howard starts up a fighting tournament in Southtown, which he runs. To avenge his father's death, Terry enters the tournament, which is known as King of Fighters. I mentioned the term King of Fighters, something you may have heard before. Yes, there's actually a popular series called the King of Fighters, and that series was named after the fighting tournament within the world of Fatal Fury. And Terry Bogard, who is the protagonist of Fatal Fury, also appears in all the games in the King of Fighters series as one of the main characters. If you want to play a game from either of the Fatal Fury series or the King of Fighters series, many of them are available now on Nintendo Switch as part of the Arcade Archive series. You may not know which one to play first, but my recommendations from the Fatal Fury series would be Fatal Fury Special. From the King of Fighters series, my recommendation would be the King of Fighters 95. But if you want to play a fighting game with all sorts of strategic elements, then I recommend the King of Fighters 98.
But Terry does Smash Bros. now.
Next, I'll give you some insight on Terry Bogard. Actually, this video was recorded about 1 month prior to its release. That's because we need to translate and edit videos like this one, and that takes time. The game footage you see here is not from the final production ROM, so please understand that there may be some elements that differ from the final game. Since we have the opportunity, I want to talk about Terry using a lot of SNK lingo, meaning in this discussion the younger generations may feel a little out of the loop. But there's nothing to worry about. When we released the original Nintendo 64 version of Super Smash Bros., I was often asked, who is Samus? Whether or not the character is fun to play as is more important than whether the character is new or old, or whether the character is recognizable to everyone. I want to make sure I present Terry to you in such a way that you can fully understand his appeal. So thank you. Okay, let's begin. This is Terry Bogard in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. He's still wearing an outfit that reflects the era of his original game, but we did our best to make him look cool in a variety of ways. When he stands next to Ryu, it almost makes you wonder, is this really a Super Smash Bros. Game? Doesn't it? Just like Ryu, when you're playing one-on-one, he'll face the opponent. Actually, he always looks in the opponent's direction. Even if you move him to a location behind the opponent, he'll quickly turn around, always keeping his focus on the opponent. Let's talk about his moves.
So it's like
His neutral attacks are jab, body blow, and high kick. Each move is something familiar from the Fatal Fury series. And his dash is power charge. This is a move you can use in Real Bout, Fatal Fury Special, and others. In the original series, it was one of his special moves. His tilt attacks are middle kick, rising upper, and underkick. Compared to Ryu, his attack speed is slower. This is to match his original series. Now for smash attack. First up, backspin kick. This smash attack is the equivalent to his strong attack, but the motion is even cooler than in his original series. Next, wild upper and slide kick. Smash attack is the equivalent to his strong attack, but the motion is even cooler than in his original series. Jump, then chop. Jump, then kick. Jump, then backward kick. And then somersault kick. However, this somersault kick was not included in the original series. But we needed a move to attack up, so we created a new move.
Okay.
Also, jump and then karate punch for a down air attack. If you successfully pull off a down air, it's possible to attack with a meteor effect, as you can see here. It's basically like Ryu's. Next, I'll cover his throws. His forward throw is his familiar buster throw. His back throw is also buster throw. And his down throw is neck breaker drop. In fact, he used it in the game Fatal Fury, Wild Ambition. I miss playing that game on Hyper Neo Geo 64. And then, his up throw is grasping upper. This sort of dodge attack can be performed after a spot dodge. I mentioned dodge attack, and this actually does exist. During a spot dodge, immediately press the button to counterattack. During a dodge attack, your upper body becomes invincible, so this kind of move gives you the advantage when you counterattack. Now for his special attacks. The B button is Power Wave. Depending on how long you press the button, you'll use one of two types of special attacks, weak and strong.
He's getting blocked by the...
This one is weak and kind of slow, and this one is strong. Fast, isn't it? For Ryu, in his original game, you used 3 buttons, so there were weak, medium, and strong attacks. For Terry Bogard, you could use 4 buttons in his original game, but there were only 2 buttons for punch, so that's why he only has 2 attack levels, weak and strong. This rule applies to all of his special attacks, so please keep that in mind. By the way, the attack Power Wave is a move that shoots energy along the ground, but how does it look in the air? In his original game, you couldn't use this move in the air. This is how it looks now. As of the King of Fighters 96, the Power Wave ability had a shorter range, so we've recreated that version of the move. It's a useful move in midair and helps keep opponents in check. Next, we have a special performed while holding in the direction of your opponent, Burning Knuckle. This move also has a weak and strong version, as well as a command input. Like the Hadouken command input from Street Fighter II, you perform this command using the directional inputs, down to the side in the direction of your opponent, and then press the button. Doing so makes the move a bit stronger. This means that Burning Knuckle has 4 variations: weak without command input, and strong without command input, weak with command input, and strong with command input. The strong version using the command input is of course the most powerful. You'll hear a noise when you input the command.
And it's today.
And if you've succeeded,
oh my gosh, why is my voice like that?
You might also notice some green mixed in with the flames.
Green.
It may be slight, but there is a difference.
Green is not a creative color.
The strong version of the command input really is strong, even capable of KOing opponents.
What the?
It can be blocked, however, so be on the lookout for that. In such a case, you'll be left wide open.
Very good.
And this is a first for the Super Smash Bros. Series, but the side specials are split into 2 versions, a back special and a front special. That means there's one more side special than usual, Crack Shoot. This is a familiar move from his original game.
Oh my gosh.
There's also a command input version. It's performed by using the directional buttons down to the back, followed by the A or B button.
Showing us with hand motions. He's like, oh, you guys can't see this.
The command version can launch your opponent quite a bit further.
Okay, Terry looks like a strong character. Oh my gosh.
It creates a bit of an arc, so it can be used as an anti-air attack when your opponents try to hit you. At close range, if you happen to be blocked by a shield, it's hard to be counter-attacked because you'll pass through them.
I just
There's something I
know
want
that
you
it's
to
gonna be like
remember.
a brown Terry alt.
When you do a crack shoot off screen, this is how it will look.
Why
Terry
do we need
swings
to
with
know
his
that?
whole body when using Burning Knuckle and Crack Shoot, so it can be hard to recover. However, if you keep pressing backwards without inputting commands, you should be able to initiate Crack Shoot in the direction you're trying to recover. Let me show you one more time. Do this, then continue to press backward.
Okay.
And then you can recover. If you press too quickly or input some commands, you'll fly right off the stage, so be careful.
Yeah.
And this is his up special, Rising Tackle.
It
also has weak and strong versions,
I'm probably
each
not
with
gonna
different
be
heights.
having this live version. I'm probably going to be recording.
And did you notice that if you hold down briefly to charge, your whole body glows a little? In this case, your whole body will be invincible at the start. Either way, your legs will be invincible. Here's an example of this invincibility in action.
Those legs.
With the standard Rising Tackle, I got completely wiped out when I threw myself at them.
Oh my gosh.
But with Rising Tackle's charged command version, you can't be hit at this moment, so you come out on top.
Just right through the legs. Oh my god, they look powerful.
You can of course use Rising Tackle as a recovery as well.
Oh my.
Even after
it
using
works.
Burning Knuckle or Crack Shoot, you can still use Rising Tackle. This is also very helpful when you're trying to recover, so please keep that in mind. His down special is Power Down,
What is his final smash? I really
an
want to
attack
know.
that rises and descends.
It kind of reminds me of Cinnamon for some reason. When he like goes up in the air and goes, whoop, then down.
This side, down, diagonally down command input is also known as the Shoryuken command. If you can pull it off, you'll be invincible at the start of the move.
But as you can see, my voice is now getting a little louder.
Also,
now.
you can hear a sound when it
In the
connects,
morning, I was just now.
but it might be tough
Gosh,
to make out.
I'm gonna be spamming that on CPUs. And
Now, let's talk about
soon try it
canceling
online.
specials. I'd really like you to keep this in mind.
Okay.
First, if you use a special after attacking with a standard attack, the special won't come out until the move animation has finished.
Fire!
That makes sense, right? But here's what happens if you cancel out of it.
Can we get Ken in here? Oh,
At this moment here,
that's not my
if you've
thing being
successfully
glitchy here.
entered a special command input, the rest of the animation will be cancelled, allowing you to attack again immediately.
No, just for some people
I'll do
that are
that again.
wondering, is it
Throw out a
glitching?
kick like normal.
No, it's not. It's just.
And once your
well,
leg extends, you'll perform the move.
It's just supposed to be doing that. Where were you the whole time, Ryu?
Set it up so that when you attack, you can go straight into the special.
My gosh. I'm like gonna die.
This will increase
He
your
dabbed.
offensive options.
Wait, wait.
Please try this out.
Did I never notice that?
For example,
He dabbed!
neutral attack 1, 2, and
He's
power
not
down.
gonna.
This is a
Oh.
bread and butter combo.
Bread
Aside
and
from
butter.
that,
Butter.
you can also get Terry to
Bread
fly out
together.
and attack in an M shape. In his original game, you could only cancel attacks on the ground, but in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, it's possible to cancel aerial moves. The types of aerial attacks that you can cancel are limited to things like neutral air attacks or down air attacks.
Okay.
But I think it would be wise to use these combos to expand your offensive options. And at
Yes.
last, the final smash.
smash.
His final smash begins with triple geyser. Terry will shoot 3 geysers straight forward.
That's it? It doesn't have to get anybody.
However, if you think that's all, you're very mistaken.
Yep. You can. Oh my.
As you can see,
That is old
if
one.
triple geyser
Very
connects,
natural.
you'll follow up with power dunk and Buster Wolf. It's 3 moves in 1. It's a visually striking combo. You may be wondering what happened to his original super special moves.
Sackboy for Smash. What? What do you
Yes, they're here too. With the usual rules, when Terry's damage meter rises up to 100% or higher, and in stamina mode, when his overall HP drops to 30% or less,
Go.
you'll see this go icon at the bottom of the screen.
Okay.
At this point, if you enter this specific command,
Go. How do
you
you
can
do
initiate
it,
the
though?
power geyser you see here. The
And
command
then it
is,
shows it a little
if I
arrows.
borrow the way it's said in the original game, down, angle down, side, angle down, forward.
Oh my.
Well, it's a bit complicated.
Plus A or B.
Downward, then backward, then forward. You see?
No.
It
I
is
would
an action
never
game after
perform
all,
the
so
go
you get to
attack.
control the direction of your punch, be it right or left. In that case, no matter which direction you're going for, just swap the right input and left input. It's like this: downward, then backward, then forward. Or down, and then the opposite direction, if that's forward. And then there's his
Is this gonna
other
be like
super
a
special
new like
move.
Smash meme where he's just like moving his hand in different directions, or to
Buster
make it like
Wolf.
he's pointing at somebody?
You can initiate this one by repeating the
Down.
Hadouken command input twice. Down to side, then down to side again.
Or Sakurai. He's literally a
It can be rather
butterfly.
difficult to pull off moves using the original game's command inputs,
Yeah,
but you
the
can also
default.
use simplified command inputs. In the case of Power Geyser, remember this: down, side, down,
I'm not gonna
forward.
remember these
As long as you
combos.
input the
I
command
even
downward
forgot
to
the
the
last
side,
one.
to the back, downward again, and then forward,
Yeah, I
you should be fine. In the case of Buster Wolf, it's simply down, side, side.
Hey guys,
That should be
it's
easier to
me,
remember.
Joey's other like
Even though the command input is complex,
imaginary like
it can
brother,
still be
but I'm
blocked
alive
with ease.
now, and I'm Gamer Kid, and I'm gonna be
Since these
reacting
moves can only be
to,
used when Terry has taken a lot of damage, you'll be in even more danger if your opponent blocks. so they're high risk and high return. Please save them for when you really need to make a last-ditch effort.
So now we should be good.
You can use it again and again, but be
I'm gonna
careful.
react to this.
Your opponent may be able to predict
Don't
your
worry,
move and take
Joey
action.
will figure it out.
Essentially, it's best to use it when it's least expected, or to cancel out of
Whoa.
a combo, like this. For the taunts, I decided to match his original game. His up taunt is "Hey, come on," from the King of Fighters series. His down taunt spins his hat like in the Real Bout series, and his side taunt is "Stand Up" from Garo, Mark of the
Remind
Wolves.
me of like Burger King. That's a good place. Check it out. Burger King.
I've demonstrated him
Great
using
bars.
various special moves in the game so far, and you can hear his voice. Like that.
Plot two.
We've incorporated both his longer remarks, like Power Wave, from older titles, and his shorter remarks, like Rock You, from newer titles. And here are his color variations.
Whoa!
There's a good variety of colors available from across the
Alright,
series,
so
and
no
the cat
female
design is
for
slightly
Terry.
different in each version. They're based on his original games, and we've also included some from the King of Fighters 14 and the anime series.
Alright, so no female Terry.
He sometimes takes off his cap
threw
too.
his hat.
For example,
Mario
it happens
Odyssey.
during his victory pose. His cap also blows away when he is defeated in stamina mode.
Really? Oh.
The stage is called King of Fighters Stadium.
Well, he had no like hazards on, so we
It
didn't
looks
get
like
to
one
see it.
hardcore fighting coliseum.
You got these three guys.
The text above the Jumbotron reads, King of Fighters, without the. When we talk about a game title, we need the up front, but the name of the tournament in the game's story is just King of Fighters. This is a very unique stage, and it follows some rules that haven't existed in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate before.
Oh, by the way, our edge
First, the edge is walled off.
I love the color blue.
In the Super Smash Bros. Series, you need to launch opponents off the stage.
If I find them
Here, however, the more damage a fighter has accumulated, the more the wall will visually react when they're launched into it. Can you see? Eventually,
Me and Joey have the same problem.
fighters will break right through
What
the
the
wall.
heck?
There are fireworks in the background.
Ripped it out of
Basically,
this world.
this special feature allows you to KO an opponent only after they've accumulated enough damage.
Oh my god. You couldn't see my face, but my face was just like,
That way, you can enjoy the battle more like you would in a traditional fighting game.
oh my gosh.
When you're close to the wall,
Gotta give you something.
it's possible to be KO'd even when your damage is
That
low.
would be crazy
It's just like
if
in
you
regular
played a real
stages.
game.
In the Real Bout Fatal Fury series, there was a feature in which the walls could be destroyed and players could suffer a ring out
Yeah,
when they
let's
hit the
go,
wall.
fireworks in the background.
This isn't exactly the same, but we made it kind of similar to that. We hope you'll enjoy playing at this stage with all its special rules.
They're just smacking him. He's like, get over there!
By the way, there are guest characters in the background, right? Since we have the opportunity, I'd like to introduce them to you.
Alright, so what's their... Say it right. What is the names of all three?
First up, Andy Bogard.
No, wait,
He's the adoptive brother of Terry
Andy
Bogard.
Bogard.
Both of them were adopted from an orphanage and raised by Jeff Bogard. However,
Jeff Bogard.
while Terry's
Is Jeff
teacher
Bogard
was
here?
Jeff Bogard, Andy studied under Mai Shiranui's father.
We're just
He
calling-
uses the
call him
Poppoken
Andy, like,
fighting
like
style.
Terry, you know? So Terry's
Joe
like-
Higashi. He's one of the three main characters from earlier games in the Fatal Fury series. He's the only one that doesn't have any connection to
weird
Geese
name,
Howard.
Bo
He's a Muay Thai
Higashi.
champion.
I don't really like...
Kung Fu Ru. He's the
Kung Fu
master
Ru.
of the Holy Fist of 8 Ways, and he also trained Jeff Bogard.
I'll
He can
learn
enlarge
these
his
names
body
like
as
I
well.
did for every banjo, 'cause it was
Lily
there.
Kane. He's been in many Fatal Fury games since the first
Because
one,
I didn't,
and he's the
like,
right-hand man of Geese Howard.
No, many
While he
banjo
appears in the
Kazooie
first
characters,
game,
I
his
just really
costume
wanted
is based on his
banjo
appearances
Kazooie.
in King of Fighters 97 onwards.
We
You
never
can't
did
really see his
reaction
back,
on it.
but the no smoking symbol is definitely there. Geese Howard. He's the big boss of
This
Southtown,
guy,
and he's
the
the rival
one
of
that
Terry
fell trying
Bogard.
to get the
Falling off the
invitation.
buildings is his thing.
Dumb geese.
Rock Howard. His first appearance was Garo of
Sorry,
Mark
do
of
I
the
talk
Wolves.
too much?
He's the son of Geese Howard, and
I wish
Terry
people
actually
could
raised him.
But
That means
I'm not
his
doing a
appearance
live
in this
stream.
game
This is
at
just
this age with that
Nintendo's
look
live
doesn't really
chat,
jive
just
with the
so anybody
timeline.
can know
But
that.
Smash is kind of like that to begin with, right? Kim Kapwan. He uses Taekwondo and considers himself a fighter for justice. His Ho'okyaku is very famous. Ryuji Yamazaki. His first appearance was in Fatal Fury 3, and he's a criminal known as Dark Broker. He's very selfish and sadistic. Blue Mary. Her first appearance was in Fatal Fury 3 too. She uses combat samba, and she's a good drinking buddy of Terry's. Those were the characters from the Fatal Fury series, but from here on, let me introduce characters from other
So
series.
any of those characters will just appear.
Athena
in the
Asamiya.
background?
She's a Psycho Soldier.
Oh, I thought that was it.
Psycho Soldier is a memorable
paying
game
attention.
released around
Who's
1986,
Yeah,
and it was the
nobody's
first title
knowing
to
who's
feature a fully voiced theme song within the game.
Some people just don't
This
know.
epic song
who
was
the heck
also remixed for Super Smash Bros.
what Fatal
Ultimate,
Fury
and it was
is.
recorded in both Japanese and English.
But we saw her in the trailer, right?
Music start. Kyo Kusanagi. He's the protagonist of the King of Fighters series, and he uses the ancient martial arts Kusanagi. Speaking of the protagonist, there are differences depending on which version you're talking about, like Orochi and Nest. Anyway, he is forever a school kid. Iori Yagami. Originally, he was introduced as Kyo Kusanagi's rival, but when I first saw this character in the game at the time, due to his look and attitude, I thought whoever created this character must be a genius. Goro Daimon.
Sorry,
He's a judo gold medalist belonging to the Japanese team, and he likes to throw his opponents.
Now, so I'm just gonna bring my
Chang
recorder.
Ho-han
What
and
the?
Choi Bonge.
Oh, I thought you said Hanson.
One is an escaped convict, and the other is a slasher.
Okay.
They are currently undergoing rehabilitation under the previously mentioned Kim
Yeah,
Kapwan.
this way it's gonna be weird.
Ralph Jones,
I didn't hear
Clark
what you
Still.
said.
Originally, they were main characters in the Ikari Warriors series before Neo Geo. They appeared as guests in the Metal Slug series too. Ryo Sakazaki,
Wow,
the protagonist of Art of Fighting.
I mean, of course.
The original Art of Fighting was released just before Fatal Fury 2.
You know.
That means it was the first
Actually, I have
game
another
to implement
phone
a true super
recording the
special move.
volume since I can't hear.
How could I
so
not
turned down the
include it?
volume for this one.
King. Her first
I'm not paying
appearance was in
attention.
Art of Fighting, and she's a bouncer and bodyguard. She is a beautiful woman with an androgynous sense of style. Next, Yuri
Ow, what
Sakazaki.
the-
She was kidnapped in the first Art of Fighting game,
Johnny's
but after
calculator.
that, she trained hard and mastered Kyokugen Karate in just 1 year.
Yeah, I talked
In other
to her.
words, she's a genius.
It's because I have no
So,
reactions here.
as you can see, we've included many characters, a total of 20 characters. You know, it's very cumbersome. I mean, it takes a lot of time. But so many people love each and every one of
wonder why
these
it took
characters,
until November.
even outside the
I mean, they
confines
just
of
had
their
to,
individual
like-
series. So we simply had to do our best by them. By the way, you may have noticed that a very important character from the Fatal Fury series was not included. Yes, Mai Shiranui. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is for good boys and girls of many different ages, so we decided not to feature her. Please forgive us.
I don't even know who she is.
Also,
so,
my music features a variety of tracks, and the music that plays affects which special
just turn
guests
out
will appear.
because Smash Bros. Is a kid's game.
For example, there's a track called Pasta, and when the music is playing, Andy Bogard will always appear. I hope you look forward to that as well.
I'm snapping. Let's see him in action. No, I don't want to
Okay,
see him in
I'm done
action.
providing information, so now let's jump into some actual battles. This time, I'm going to
Oh,
play
he's
the
gonna
Terry route,
play-
Classic mode.
Classic mode, yeah.
On
Thanks
top of
for
that, I
helping
want to
me.
try and hit the highest intensity level. Let's see if I can get all the way up to intensity 9.9. Honestly, playing the game in extreme difficulty while doing commentary is extremely hard. One or the other is doable, but
You're
doing
the
both
king
at
of
once
all
forces
Smash
me to
players.
divide my
You need to
attention.
know-
But that means I should do my best at both. I'll do my best. First, this route is named the King of Smash. 3 characters who have some sort of connection will appear as a set, a challenge that looks somehow familiar. Okay, the first intensity level is 5.0, so I should be fine.
Ooh.
All battles in Terry's route are stamina battles. This stage's special KO rule that I talked about earlier isn't the best match for stamina rules, but oh well.
I want a Terry spirit.
On his route, a lot of stages feel like they're from a traditional fighting game.
Oh, believe me, I want every spirit, okay? Hey,
Okay,
come on.
I did it anyway.
That was funny. Hey, come on. He's letting them know what's up.
Of course, even in this mode, it's not impossible for him to try for a KO. But normally, it'll be over before that.
Oh.
There. Done. Looks like he's saying, "Give me something."
Give me something.
Next, round 2. It's the Legend of Zelda team. Just because characters are in a team because of their similarities, that doesn't mean that they have to be from the same game. This is Let's Go to Seoul, Kim Kapwan's team. And I've got it set up so that we don't move from the bottom of Prison Tower.
Who's the last character? Is it Zelda that he
It would be easiest to simply knock him off the screen, but I'm not going to do that, because it's not as fun to watch.
Oh my.
Oops, I knocked him off. Over here.
Hey, come on. Okay,
Gonna
that's
blow.
kind of fun.
Will he do it?
Oh my gosh, Link is...
Alright. The boomerang's not coming back,
Zelda!
and I can't go to the edge. Oh no!
It's so hilarious.
The tables have turned.
Come on. That's Zelda.
Cancelled it. He wears his cap backward when he does a power dunk. Now you could call this the giant stage. All the giants are lined up. Of course, the music track is Taku and Steppy.
Bowser.
Of course, he says.
I wonder what
You might
Mii
wonder who
costumes
Taku
they
and
have.
Steppy are. But it seems like it means
I should do
Tanaka
more
and
reactions
Shimura.
because they do have like
This track is
another
from Fatal
set of
Fury
the
2.
Fire Pass coming
There's a
now,
giant
so
wrestler named Big Bear,
rather
and this
than
is his
do
track.
reactions for every single one
Regardless of the
and
track,
make them and premiere
it's a
them
really
because,
famous hard rock
you know,
song.
people gonna
So
like
please
it.
give it a listen. The original song was called Yusha Raiden. There's that masked wrestler. Big Bear is his true identity. He's called Raiden.
Johnny, you know I'm making a video.
Jump! I'm
That
beginning
my
to find the
phone.
intensity quite tough.
No, it's not your
Round 4.
phone.
But doesn't
The
it
whole
look like
atmosphere
you're
is a little
staring
different than how it's been up
That's
until now. right?
Johnny over there, guys.
We've been to arena-style flat stages, but suddenly we're at a battlefield form stage.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm not
there's an
gonna be
item.
able to finish the whole reaction to this because
There's an arcade
to
game
go to
series
school.
called Athena, and this stage uses that as
sorry,
a
I'm
motif.
gonna have to take the cereal.
Oh, he's metal. Now that I'm thinking about it, I suppose both Lady Palutena and the Athena games were possibly an homage to the Athena Greek mythology. Plus, I wanted to do something where two characters who are similar or have similar abilities are together. It's a nice Kyokugenryu team. If I let my guard
See
down,
who's talking? That's my dad.
I'll easily be defeated, so I need to pay attention. Not bad, you.
I want to see the Mii fighters now. I can't hear.
By the way, you can use moves like Crack Shoot to aim for overhead platforms, so they have some utility too. I kept her in check. Phew, that was close. Looks like that fire bar didn't work out for her.
Sorry. You're being too loud.
It's getting brutal. The intensity is close to 8. You could say the opposing team is comprised of heroes from different companies. Sonic and Terry are on the stage. Actually, Sonic and Terry were both created in '91, so they're the same age.
Are they?
And the next year, in '92, Kirby was born. Everyone's getting old, but they're still on active duty.
There's still someone to make.
You know, it's easier to fight on sloped ground.
There's still someone to make
When
them
using
all
track
active
shoes, it's
again.
especially easy going
I think
uphill.
it's my boy Sakurai.
Yikes. It's too soon to be
Oh,
taking
there was
this
too
one.
loud of that one part.
I started out
was
with
trying to get cereal,
150
my dad was
HP, so I
talking.
feel like I'm losing. Next, Mega Man. He was born in '87.
Can't get it.
The first Street Fighter came out in '87 as well, so that makes Ryu the same age. That was bad.
Aww. He's just saying everything is getting too old
Don't
now.
go off screen. He went off. I'm sorry. And now, Pac-Man from 1980 is here. Of course, this character was made by Bandai Namco Studios, but when I talk to their team, I'll call him your company's character. They always come back saying, oh yeah, our company's character. I often have these kinds of exchanges with them. Oh, that was close.
Oh my god,
But I won't give in until the very end,
Alright.
because I've got a super special move. How was that?
Woo!
Not enough? I see. Well, how about now?
Oh my god.
It's bad to keep using the same move. Seriously. Next, you could call this Team Darkness.
Yeah, because he got Ridley, Ganondorf, and Bayonetta. Oh, wait.
With the track Soy Sauce for Geese playing on the rooftop, it's got the aura of a final showdown.
Oh my god, good night, Ridley. You're gonna die.
Oh, not good.
Look at me, I'm talking. You
Up
guys,
next is Ganondorf. I don't want to get hit by him, not even once. He's huge. Yikes.
that's all I am, guys.
You can't take things lightly in moments like this one.
You probably wish Jerry was back because he just never talks as much.
That was a bad move.
You want to talk a lot. I'm just saying everything that's coming in my head.
Alright, can I do this without getting hit?
Without?
Now for a scary
No,
one.
I'm not gonna say everything in my
Bayonetta.
head.
Yep, I'm giving this everything I've got. Oh, that was just dangerous.
That definitely
Pulling off
was.
that midair jump was risky.
Oh gosh. I hate that move in Bayonetta. She could spam you! Literally!
She's so good. That was a beautiful move,
Why did you guys make her so good then?
but she couldn't take advantage of that opportunity. That will cost her a lot.
Game sucked. He's gonna shoot somebody.
Time for the final battle. It's not Master Hand, but Ryu, Ken, and then Terry. Art of Fighting version 230000000.0 is playing. In other words, it's kind of a themed fight. He's super strong, so I have to work hard.
I got all the Banjo, Dragon Quest, and I got all the
I'm not
Persona
pacing this out very well.
spirits. I'm definitely gonna get all Terry spirits because like
I'm
Dad
starting
said,
from
I'm gonna be
150
able to get
HP, so I wish I defeated Ryu before my
all I
HP
need
dropped
is
to
one more
100.
dollar, and he just said he was giving me $1.
But I can't give up until the end. I have a super special move. But Terry is last, so he can use the same super special move. But this is no time for chit chat.
Bro? Ken, I don't know what he's
Really
gonna
tough
say.
doing this
Big
while
bro,
talking.
what is going
Oh
on?
no!
I really don't know what the thing is about Terry and Ken. I think they were in the same game. I think that's what it is.
This is no good. Got it! It gets even tougher from here.
Now he's fighting his own self. Terry! Oh no, it says free.
I messed up a perfect shield.
I just want to say something right. Can you go away, notifications?
Here he comes. I gotta be on guard. Yeah, but with a power wave? If I could have pulled off a super special move, that would have been awesome. But, alright, did I make it to intensity 9.9? Yes, I did. That was hard work.
Oh my, I'm never gonna do it. Yes. You got other people clapping for you, man.
Terry Bogard is really fun to play as, so I hope you enjoy playing as him in such situations.
What if I don't enjoy it? Okay. Song collection, I don't care about this part, but we're gonna
Next, let's talk about the music. This time we have something very special lined up for you.
Wind up. Box.
For instance, when we were deciding which songs to include in this set, we thought about concentrating on songs related to Terry, but there were a lot of big band style songs that didn't really fit the mood of battle. That aside, the music of SNK has always been great, right from the beginning. So this time, we selected tracks that could be called SNK style. Basically, we expanded the selection a bit to include series outside of just Fatal Fury and the King of Fighters. SNK songs have always been great. This was true before Neo Geo, and all the way from the old The King of Fighters games to the arrangement of the latest installment, The King of Fighters 14.
Okay. I got a lot of stories.
We did a lot of digging around, and finally
Where's the
managed to
Kirby hat?
narrow
You're
our many
right.
candidates
I
down
bet
to
it's
50
Terry
songs.
hat.
We never
Or with
intended
his
to do
hairline.
something like this, of course. So we
say
submitted our 50 proposals to SNK, expecting them to pick out maybe 10 or 20 that they considered acceptable. But they told us they were okay.
Okay.
As a result, we've pretty much added in 50 songs.
I'm a Smash fan. If I know like memes.
Have a
and
look at the list.
Everything that's ever been. Yeah, don't like.
That's how we ended up with the list we have, but we worked hard to deliver some of the best remixes. This was a very special one-off case, and I don't think we'll be able to do the same for other series. To be honest, I think that being able to hear such a selection might make the Fighter's Pass worth quite a bit more than its price.
I'm back. Oh gosh, I'm sorry.
I do hope you'll enjoy
My
it.
phone is. Can you actually
Calendar
just
Pack
stay
4
like
comes
that?
with the Spirit Board too. The Spirit Board can be selected via the Spirits menu.
Oh.
Feeling pretty nostalgic. Shinkiro-san's artwork is always so nice and vibrant,
Doesn't
isn't
look
it?
familiar because I've never played.
You can also look forward to
You
mock
know.
tournaments featuring each of the characters. That old school Athena and Ralph and Clark artwork really is something. Now for the Mii Fighters. Please, each of the characters. Please have a look.
Me fighters. Okay, I'm ready. Dude, what are we gonna get? Up at round 4. Let's go. Where are we going? Okay, so we got her. Samurai. Oh, she's not from. I don't know. Art of Fighting. Who we got? Well, I actually kind of like when I saw the guy. When I showed him, he was also in the background. I was like, yeah, you know, it's not bad. The King of the Fighters. Okay. Sorry, ultra funny. Why do I feel like we got him already? I don't know. Oh, and him. I feel like we already got him. And look. Okay. Alright, the Mii Fighters this time weren't as cool. From the last one. Okay, all 75. Terry $6.
SNK was also involved with the Mii Fighter set this time, so it has a strong fighting game influence.
I don't want to.
It borrows a lot from the series Nakoruru comes from, like her wind slash attack, so I hope you'll enjoy those little details. Moving on to Amiibo, here's the new lineup.
Incineroar, yeah.
Simon, Chrom, and Incineroar. Each of these will be released on Friday, November 15th.
6.0 update. No more modes.
Next, let's discuss the details of the updates. We've made some improvements to battle arenas. First, we're making it so you can send messages to each other in a battle arena. The messages are preset. So there's that, and also the player who created the arena can now change the rules.
Okay.
We've also added the option to play either Battlefield form or Omega form at random in the stage settings. Aside from that, you can now pick Elite only as an arena type. Furthermore, quick play won't be the only way to play with people you don't know. As long as the arena type is set to public and no password is set, we've made it so anyone is now free to join. So I hope you'll enjoy that. Terry is due for distribution on November 6th. If you have the Fighter's Pass, you'll be able to get him straight away, or you can purchase him separately.
I'm so dead right now. What time is
Well,
it?
I think that wraps it up for our Terry Bogard showcase. I hope we were able to convey his appeal. By the way, his reveal trailer was aired in advance. It was created using SNK pixel art. The complete version of it, including the gameplay portion, is finally ready. I'd like to show it to you after this. Now this is something of an inside story, but I of course wrote the plot for SNK's pixel art packed reveal trailer. When the invitation comes out, you might recall how it says, "Don't be late, S." That is not what I wrote. It makes me think, ugh, this is why I hate inside jokes. After leaving it to the staff, it snuck its way in there. I just want you to know that the S is also the Super Smash Bros. Series S. Well then, let's move on to the intro movie.
What? Wait, what? Sorry, we're gonna talk. Wait. What are we watching here? Why are we watching like the same thing? Wait. You just an S. What? I have no idea why we're watching this.
Cover!
Oh! It's an intro trick. You literally just told us. We're just watching the same thing, but we're not.
Are you okay?
Yeah, wait, that's what it was.
Come on.
I liked it. Oh! The curry ass. You got hot in there. See? Told you. Everybody else. Gotta keep kid friendly. Goodbye, Snake.
Okay.
Plays Mario Odyssey all day, I swear. Yeah, that was cool. Intro trailer. Is that it? The live stream. It is now done. Oh.
We crammed in a little too much content this time. Hopefully, I'll be able to make future showcases a little shorter.
Okay, well, that was it. Hope you guys liked this video. Make sure you subscribe. Maybe after this video, there will be a video coming out for gameplay with Terry. So, us playing as Terry. So, yes, tune in for that. And yes, I hope you liked the video. Make sure you subscribe, and we'll see you all next time. Goodbye.